So we've got in here a few of our sounds that we're going to use from, what's going on here? Why are you not? Okay, there we go. From the Sample Phonics noise samples called Dusty Hip Hop Grooves. And noise, for you, those of you who don't know, it's Noiiz. And it's a subscription where you pay X amount of dollars per month, and then you get all these like samples and loops and stuff. There you go. There we go, cool. And I'm just gonna grab a couple of these that sound good together. This sounds pretty cool. Now, what I can do with Ableton Live is, if I like what's playing right now, I just click on an empty slot here. I'm gonna hit Command-Shift-I. And that pulls everything down to this slot here, this empty slot. Cool. Command-Shift-I, all the way. Now this percussion is actually pitched. All right. Cool. Sounds pretty cool. I don't like that one there. I want to cut that one out. So I got a few things in here that I like. I'm going to, let's see what this one sounds like. What's this one here? That one's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, these are all pretty cool actually. Here, let me just call this one Tam Loop 1. I'm going to just give these names here that so I can see a little bit better what they are. Tam Loop 2 and Tam Loop 3. There you go, cool. So I got these in here, and let's, which one are you? You were Tam Loop 2, I think. And I'm just going to pull down Tam Loop 3. I'm going to hit play. Now, what I want to have happen is I want this one here to stop playing every now and then. And there's not a really easy way to make it stop playing. There are a few ways you can do it, but not a super easy way to make it stop playing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to program in some automation to turn the volume down on the clip at certain points. So what I'm going to do that is I'm going to go right down here to this little bit right here. And this is actually in the notes here. Let's go check out our notes over here. Quit. Whoa. What did I do? That's an interesting button. Command 1, I guess. Anyway, so over here, and quit you as well. So we're going to talk about clip envelopes, and what we're talking about right now is kind of automation stuff. The clip envelopes are automation data that loop with your clip. So to access the clip envelopes, you click on this button here in the lower left corner. Now, it's in a slightly different place. It's actually this tab up here in Live 11. It's this tab right here, and this is my clip envelope. So what I want to do, once I get into my clip envelopes, I have choices of what I can control. There's mixer stuff, and then there's clip stuff, and then any kind of plugins I have on here are going to be right down here. So I want to control my clip envelopes. So I go in here, my clip, and I'm going to control my gain. Now, if I have the mixer one here, I can do two options. I have mix automation or I have modulation. And we'll talk about that in a second. But before we talk about that, let's talk about our clip envelopes. So the mixer envelopes are things that have to do with the mixer. The clip envelopes are things that have to do with the clip, and they kind of go in a circle with the clip. I have this gain here that I can control with my clip envelopes. I'm going to go my gain, and the gain, these clip envelopes are percentages of 100%, and 100% is all the way as far as it is to the right or up. So for example, my gain is set to 0 right here. right? My gain is set to 0 right here. So 100% would be 0. All I can do with my clip envelopes is come down from that 100%, which is kind of fine, because if I just want to go in here and I want to cut out some of these parts at the end here, I can just use my pencil tool to draw in like this. I'm just going to go through to the end of each bar and draw in a cut. And so what's going to happen is the end of each bar, that last beat, is going to be cut out. So listen to this. Cool. Okay, let's listen to this one here. Awesome. And if we want to cut out some of these, let's cut out this one as well. This last one here. Go back to my clip envelopes, gain, make sure we're in gain. I'm going to cut this one out right here. There we go. Leave this one up. Awesome. Now, if I go back and I play this one right here, let's solo this one out here again. We can hear this one's cut off at the end. If I play this one, it doesn't have that cut in it because the automation is saved with the clip itself. Each automation is saved with the clip itself. So we have to make sure that we put the automation into it, or we can call this one perk melodic loop 1, and we could call it loop 1 like A, whatever, it's got the cut in it, and then I can hold down option, drag it up, and then call this one loop B, and I can take out some of these. There we go. There we go, it's got that one in it. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it like this. That makes it sound a little bit more like somebody's grabbing the fader. And I can copy and paste all this automation data, making sure I'm in my pointer tool mode. I'm just going to highlight these, and I'm just going to go over here and put paste. And now I have a nice smooth fade up and fade out. I could even take it and paste it into this other clip here. As long as it's on the same kind of data, I can go ahead and paste it in however I want. Like that. There we go. Cool, and that's pretty cool. What I want to do is I want to make all these kind of start, these ones here start on the downbeat here. So I like the way they're off a little bit, so I'm going to keep these off here, and I'm going to drag these over. Let's put a marker there and a marker there, and I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to put a marker here and a marker. Let's keep those where they are. There we go. Ha! That's funny. J-Lo from the block. Here we go. And you can hear it's a little bit fast here because it's not really doing its thing with the it's not on the back of the beat like it is with the first ones here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move these ones. I want to double click here. Because I want this one to start on the downbeat, but I want this one to be a little bit late. There we go. That sounds better. Awesome. There we go. Much better. Cool. So we got that there. I'm going to turn this one down a little bit. And we can use even automation for that to turn things up and down. So let's say, for example, that we want this to come in. Let's say we want these here to come in like this, not right here. We don't want the horns. These are, let's call these on the horns tabs. We don't want the horns tabs to come in right here on this part here. So we want this to kind of do its thing. And when it's doing its thing, maybe we want it to be up here volume-wise. When the horn stabs come in, right here, I want it to be quieter. So I want it to come down here. No, wait, not that. I want it to come down to like right around here. Like minus 22. When it's playing by itself, I want it to be up around 15, right? So what I can do is I can go in here and I can say, okay, my track volume for this one is going to be right around minus 15. And I'm just going to put a dot in here. I don't need it to be anything more than just one dot. And what that one dot does is it locks in the track volume to that clip right there. And this one here, I want this one to be at like minus what did I say, minus 21 or so. So I can just go 22. So I can just go in here and grab and like move it. And you see how this now turns gray, this little dot here. Let me just show you that one more time. Right now it's red because I have automation data in here into this clip right here. And if I go in here and I click on it and I turn it down to minus 22 and say, yeah, that's the level I want it at. Let's listen. Yeah, let's put it at minus 25 actually. So I can just say, cool, this is the level I want it at. So I'm going to go into here and I'm just going to put a dot right here because the automation is at this level. And this is a really big difference between Pro Tools and Ableton Live is that your automation in Pro Tools, if I were to move it, if I already have, after I already have automation in the clip, if I were to move it, it would just go back to the automation point. Whereas Ableton Live, it shuts down that automation point. So now I got this one here is at, let's see here, this one's just going to call it intro. And this one here, it's at minus 15.4. This one here, why did you move there? Here, let's, oh, okay, because it's, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this back. I didn't realize it would do that. That's interesting. At minus 15.4. I'm going to go ahead and grab it from this one here. I'm just going to hit Command A to grab it, copy it, put it in here. Boom, there it is. There you go. I'm going to get rid of the points. Okay, there we go. Cool. So now with this one here, cool. There we go. And put this in here. And this one here, it's a little bit on the loud side. So I'm just going to turn it down with my gain. And there we go. And I want this one to start at a different place, actually. I don't love it to have those rim shots in there in the first one. There we go. I want it to do this. Yeah, there we go. I like that groove a little bit better. And it's a cool little groove, right? Yeah, it's just some sample loops and stuff. Hold on 1 second. Let me just turn that. I'm getting like notification on my phone. I don't want that. Put it in sleepy mode. All right. So cool. Let's call this one Tam loop. There we go. All right. So in here we've got these different things. So I can just like play them from over here. Awesome. Sounds good. Okay. Now, one thing I might want to do is maybe I want to be able to trigger these on a half bar. So I can change my global quantize over here to a half bar right there. And now I could trigger like this little break a little bit sooner. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and record this in. I'm going to go ahead and hit the stop button to put everything back to the beginning. Hit this record button here. And now I'm going to hit play. Whoops, hold on. Wait, not that. Let's hit the record button again. Stop button, record button, and let's go ahead and I'm going to hit play in this intro so we can just go out a little bit of a groove here. What's up, Barb? How you doing? And also, Satori. How you doing, Satori? Cool. We get this Tam loop in here. Awesome. Great. Oh, good. Get the recovery from COVID. I'm glad to hear it. There you go. Cool. So I'm just going to let this groove roll for a second. Awesome. I'm recording this stuff in here. Record this in a little bit. Now let's go over to the other screen here and see what we got. I'm going to hit F10 to bring it back here. And what we've got in here is these little breaks and stuff that we put in here. Now you'll notice that when I came back from this second break here, I came back to this Tam loop here, which I decided I didn't love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this Tam loop. I did trigger the other loop here. So I'm going to get rid of this Tam loop and all the data in here by highlighting it, whatever section I want to get rid of, like right here, and hitting Command Shift Delete, my delete key, and it gets rid of the timing there. And I'm just going to go down here and grab this, and let's just actually, let's see here. We got like that. Okay, so yeah, cool. That's fine. I'm going to grab this over here. Command C to copy and Command V to paste it in. So now we got that there. Let's call this one the intro in the very beginning. Intro, and we'll call this one the verse 1, and this one here will be verse 2, separated by a little part there. Just gonna put that right there, boom, and we'll call this one a chorus. And now the chorus, let's go to a different beat. Let's grab a different beat. Let's see what we got. What other beats we got? Yeah, let's grab this one here, and I'm just going to drag this one straight into the other window here. Boom, like that. There we go. Cool. Now you can see this beat's quite a bit louder than the other one, so if I want to have these on the same, same... Hear how much louder that is than everything else? It like takes over, so I want to turn the gain down right here. Go back here. Maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, cool. And let's go ahead and grab a percussion. Let's see what percussion loop works with that. cool. I like that. So I'm going to put that one in here like this. There we go. Let's see if that's going to be about the same loudness as this other one here. I'm going to make it a little bit softer. Now, if you're paying attention, you can see that these are changing their levels over here on the right-hand side. See this right here? When I click on different sections, it's changing. Now, if I want to see the automation that's happening in here, I'm going to hit the A key. When I hit the A key, I can now go in here and I can see the automation that's happening. And I can actually grab this automation, Command-C to copy it. Let's put it right here. Boom. And I'm going to grab this one from here, put it in there. There we go. And you can use all your different commands that you can use from different programs, like Command D to duplicate, Command C to copy, Command V to paste. That never changes. So I've got this in here like this. If I want to show or hide my automation, I can just hit the A key and I can show and hide the automation like that. If I want to do fades and stuff like that, I can do that. It's actually quite easy to do. Let's do this. Let's put a filter on here. And we're going to automate the filter. Now, what I'm showing y'all right now is not necessarily the way I would do stuff in real life. I would have all these different parts on different tracks, but I want to show you how we can do automation and stuff. So that's why I'm doing it like this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my auto filter. I'm going to chuck an auto filter on here. We're going to automate a couple things with this auto filter. We're going to automate the filter frequency, and we're also going to automate the on-off. Now, in the instructions here, any parameters that you have automated will have a red dot. Any parameters that you want to automate, you just click on them. It's super, super easy. Where does it say that? Oh yeah, it says right here under remember. To choose the parameter you want to automate, just click it in the plugin. Don't turn on the automation arm button unless you want to record automation. The automation arm button is right up here. It's this button right here. There you go. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we just highlight anything we want to actually automate. So over here, I'm just going to click on the on-off button and we're going to turn it on for certain parts. So it's off right now. I'm just going to turn it on right here. Boom. And right here. Boom. And over here as well. Boom. I don't necessarily need to do this for all three, but I'm just showing you how you can do this. And now I want to automate the frequency here. And the frequency, I want the frequency to kind of grow up from the bottom. So first of all, I'm just going to turn the frequency down by grabbing it and turning it down. And now I'm going to put a point in right here. I'm just going to drag it up like this. I'm going to put a point there. I'm going to get rid of these points in the middle. And now it's a nice little curvy thing. And if I want to take that and copy it over to the other ones, I literally just highlight it, Command C, Command V to paste it in. Like that. Now when we listen to this, let's check this out. Cool. And I can go make adjustments to this. And I can hold down Option to kind of drag this up and down to change the curve. Cool. I'm gonna skip ahead. And this one here is a little bit on the loud side. Cool, awesome. So I can turn off my not turn off my automation, but hide my automation. By doing that, I'm just going to grab this and drag it over. I find it easier to work mostly without the automation being shown. It's really up to you. If you're working with an earlier version of Ableton Live before Live 10, the automation was just always there. But with Live 10, they enabled the ability to show or hide the automation. Now here's another cool little thing. Let's say we know that I'm automating two different things with this filter here. I'm automating the filter on-off, and I'm automating the frequency. Well, I can actually show both of those things. If I go over here, if I pull down my list, and I turn off the show automated parameters only, whoops, no, if I turn that back on, sorry, I can go to my filter and I can see everything here, but the ones that have a little red dot are the ones that actually have automation. Well, what I can do is I can click on this device on, I can hit this plus button right here, and it makes an automation lane. And if I go back, my auto filter, frequency, hit the plus button again, now I have 2 automation lanes. Now, what's cool about these automation lanes is I can see multiple parameters at the same time. So I can see my on off, I can see my filter sweep here. I can also make these really, really big like this. So they take up pretty much my whole screen. Like that, I can make one bigger than the other. I can make them both small, whatever. And what's cool about this is it allows me to make these 2 here ginormous if I want to see them really big, but I can also hide them so I don't have to look at them. So I can just hit this little automation lane drop down button, so I can see all my automation lanes. I can have them nice and big, but I don't have to look at them if I don't want to. And I can turn my automation, not turn it on and off, but I can show or hide it like that. So that's really cool. Now, here's another thing about automation is that with automation, if I have automation in a clip like this, and I want to take the clip and drag it over, I'm going to hold down Option and drag it over to here, put it right there, boom, the automation comes with it. So if I drop these down, we can see the automation actually traveled with that clip. But what if I don't want the automation to travel with the clip? What if I want the automation to stay in place? I just want the clip, but I don't want the automation with it. Well, what I can do is I can turn on this little lock button right over here on the right-hand side of my screen, right over here. Turn on this lock button, and with the lock button turned on, what happens is the automation does not come with the clip. The clip comes over without the automation. You can see that it won't bring the automation with it. If I turn that back on, it will bring the automation with it. And you can see it's a little bit of a darker, it's like a darker shade. It's like a light highlight if it will bring the automation, and it's a dark highlight if it will not bring the automation. I actually have a shortcut set up for that with my default set, and that is my slash key. The reason why it's my slash key is because in Pro Tools, my shift slash key is the automation on off. That's just a Pro Tools shortcut. I don't have it set for shift because shift question mark is the info view over here in the left hand corner. So I just have it set for my slash key, and it turns on and off my automation lock here, which I think that's what they call it, automation lock. Lock envelopes is what they call it. Yeah, because they actually don't call it. It's weird. They do call it automation, but then the automation itself is called envelopes. I'm not sure why they did that. It's a bit confusing. Ableton Live, stop being so confusing. Actually, they're not that confusing. I'm just joking. Ha ha ha. All right. So over here, get rid of you. So we've got these automation little points here. Let's go ahead and put in some kind of a bass sound in here. Cool. So we got that here. And let's put in a bass line right over here. I want to grab a like an acoustic bass, like an upright type of bass. I think the best place to grab one of those might actually be what's the name of it? Omnisphere. Let's see, where's my Omnisphere? Omnisphere mapped. I don't think I need the mapping for this, but oh yeah, let's locate it. I forgot I haven't opened up Atmosphere since I put my Omnisphere since I moved everything over to this hard drive here. And there's my Steam library. Yay, Steam library. There we go. Yes, restart your. Oh, okay. I don't want to restart. Yes, I know. I know you can't load the sound source because I need to restart. I don't want to restart though. So let's use. Who else is going to have a nice, like, oh, maybe Ableton Live actually has like an acoustic bass sound. So let's go over here to our sounds. Let's go to bass. Let's see, acoustic. Whatever. It's not great, but it'll do the job, I guess. right, so I got that sound there. It doesn't sound like a great acoustic bass. I want like a real acoustic bass sound, but whatever. We'll throw this in here. This. Cool. There we go. Awesome. Bomb, 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 bomb. Okay, so we got that there. I'm gonna throw in. Actually, you know what? Whatever. I over quantized it just now. Let's put a groove in here. Let's grab a groove. Ooh, what does this say? Hip hop subtle 16ths. Wonky roots. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Yeah, cool. Cool. Awesome. Let's pull this back in here. Let's get this verse and stuff going on again. And I'm just going to drag this right over and right up and there we go. Cool. Awesome. I just copied and pasted that whole thing over. Let's get rid of this. We don't want that. So let's listen. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that and delete that. Awesome. Let's use this one here. Which one was A and B? I don't remember. They had different things in them. What was this one here? Let's do that. No, not you. And you know, go through and like remind myself what's going on. Oh, this one here. Yeah, I want this. I want this one for show. There we go. Cool. Oh, but it's a little bit too quiet, right? Yeah. Go back to our track volume. Just click on it here. I'll pull this one down. Oh no, not that one. There we go. Just hit Command D. And you know, I mean, when you're doing this stuff, it might, you know, things might kind of be off and on or whatever. You just fix things as you go. There we go. Much better. Yeah, and I don't want that kind of part to go away there. So I'm going to go in here and change that. There we go. Cool. Awesome. So you're kind of going back and forth because some of these, if you're doing it in the clip envelope, it's going to be inside the clip, and I have to click into the clip and do it down here. If it's automation on the track, it's going to be as a red line up in here. I feel like there is a way to show certain things in certain places, but I don't remember. It's a little bit confusing when you get into like the mixer stuff and you got the mixer versus these things and that things and the other things, and it's a little bit weird, and stuff doesn't really translate back and forth exactly. So you're gonna have to spend some time in here kind of like whenever you're working on stuff, you know, things might be, oh wait, I didn't expect that to come in right there type of thing. Here, let's go back here. Let's call this one the instrumental part. And we're back to verse 3 right over here. Boom. And let's bring a chorus. Let's bring our chorus back in here. Like that. There we go. And we'll ride the chorus for a second. And we'll call the song Done. End. Boom. And we'll call this one a chorus. Oops. Chorus C2. Awesome. I don't have a bridge in here. We could put a bridge in here or not, whatever you want to do. It's 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That's a little bit more than that. It's long enough really for a song. So it doesn't necessarily have to have a bridge. And you can see here, I didn't put the verse again here at the end, because usually when songs are happening like this, they kind of compress down as they go, sometimes to get you into that chorus again. So we got our intro here. Let's listen to this. I mean, it's a lot of intro here, so we maybe could cut that out a little bit. Also, it's a little bit on the loud side here, I think. So I'm just going to take that and turn it down a few dBs. My verse 1. And maybe we can throw a piano or something into the second part here. Get a piano sound. Just something, you know, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and loop this. Command L to loop. And let's go over here to here and grab, let's grab a keys sound, like from the orchestra. I'm going to grab my Spitfire BBC percussion. Let's grab a celeste and throw it on here, or maybe a glockenspiel, we'll see. What was the horn stabs? D minor, huh? All right, so let's see. Hit F9 to get it recording. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we got that in there, and it wasn't recording this first part, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pencil in the key there for that. So I'm just going to drag, whoa, not all of you, come on. You don't all get to go over. Drag that over like that. I'm just going to drag this over and then take this one and copy and paste it in there. Boom. There we go. Cool. There we go. No quantizing. Now, I don't want the bell to ring over into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a mute on here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the track off right there. So I've got that. I'm just going to do this. Boop. Like that. Cool. And now we're good to go there. So it's going to sound like this. Cool. So we got this little bit here. This is very, you know, very 90s hip-hop kind of stuff. It's got like a little Beastie Boys reminiscence to it. Let's put some amplification on that bass line, spice it up a little bit. I'm going to use Guitar Rig just because that's the one I've got right now. I need to talk to my buddies over at IK Multimedia. I'm, like, my IK Multimedia thing is like so confusing to me right now, so I'm like not installing it and stuff, but I need to because they have really good amp modeling. But for now, let's use Guitar Rig. Sorry guys. Throw it on here as well. And this will help spice this up a little bit. It'll help make it sound a little bit better. One thing you got to remember when you're doing guitar stuff or amplitude or whatever, make sure you always put a limiter after your plug-in here. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put a limiter right up and this one right here. Where are you? Yeah, limiter. There we go. -10. Boom. And let's go ahead and grab this right here. I'm going to loop this. And let's go to input sources bass. And let it load. There we go. And we can just listen to this. And that gives it character. You know, it sounds much better already. There we go. And you can see there's a ton of different bass types in here. There we go. That one's pretty cool. Awesome. Cool. And there we go. And then you just have, you know, have the end right there. So this is like the whole, you know, we did some automation stuff. We did some clip envelope stuff. So with the notes here, you should be able to kind of remember how to do the automation stuff. The only thing we didn't really do yet is write some automation in. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and put a delay thing on top of the Celeste. That's gonna add some interesting things to it. And let's do a fade up and down on that. So let's go ahead. Actually, no, let's not put it on top of it. Let's put it over here, and let's just solo this out because it's a really pretty little thing. Okay, we're gonna do that, and we're going to send it over to this delay, but we're gonna grab a different delay. Let's go into our, let's grab some kind of weird wacky delay, shall we? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got over up in here. Do I have my, I don't have my, oh, where's my backpack? My iLock key. So I can use the ones that I want to use. Here's my iLock. There's my iLock there. I should get a new iLock. I feel like... Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I should get a new iLock key, one of the metal ones. The one I have is not the metal one. Alright, so I feel like my Waves plugins I've got has some cool stuff, but maybe, I don't know, I keep looking at stuff on their website and going, maybe I should have that one, maybe I should have that one. I do like the wave stuff a lot. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I don't have my audio interface connected. Let's see, in here. Oh, let's try the Ultra Tap. I don't really use this one that much. Go into delay. Okay, interesting. Oh, they're using, it's the, yeah. Okay, it's using, it's using stuff from their H9000. That's why it's called the H9 series. I should definitely check this stuff out. Oh, this guy's a friend of mine who made this one. Okay, these are not weird enough for me. I need to go weirder. Where's the weird stuff? Glitch and stutter. There we go. There we go. I knew it was in here. I just didn't know where it was. Okay, so this one here, cool. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so that one, I can hit it sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to use my... Sometimes I'm going to do this in with automation. So what I'm going to do is I'm using this one here, this knob right here, to this one right here. I'm using this one to adjust the send amount there, and you can see that happening. Where you want to look is right over here on the screen, and you can see when I turn the knob, it turns that. Oops, not that one. When I turn the knob, it turns that one there. So. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that, and I'm going to record this automation in. So here's how I do it. I'm going to turn my record arm off so I don't have to record arm it. I'm going to hit this, and when I hit this, I think... Yeah, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on right here, and I'm going to hit the record button. Now, with Ableton Live, you do not have to have a track record armed, and you can hit that record button and it will record stuff. What it's going to record, however, in this case, is my automation, because I am recording the automation. So I hit play, it's recording. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Which is pretty cool. Right. So we got that in there, and if I go look at my automation, we can see what I just did with it. Now, I didn't want to catch the end of this one so much, so I'm going to move this over, Command C and Command X, and move it over like that. Get rid of this right there. Yeah, that's cooler. Yeah, I like that better. So if we go down here and hit play on this. Hear how cool that sounds? Yeah. Maybe when I catch the beginning of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over, and if you notice what's happening, check this out. What happens with Ableton Live is when you drag a point over other points, it gets rid of those points. So I'm going to drag one of these up here like this, and I'm going to here click on this one to get rid of it, and hold down my Option key and just put a fade in there, because I like the fade, you know, it sounds a little bit more natural. There we go. And I like the way that one fit holds over like that. Now what I would do, actually, But since we're talking about, you know, getting funky with this stuff, what I would do is I would take another track in here, and I would call this one Echo Loop. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the audio from there, and I'm going to just go ahead and record that in like this. I'm going to turn off my automation record so I don't have to worry about it if I hit something by accident. And go like this. And now I'm recording this line. Now, let's go ahead and solo this. I just recorded this part right here. So let's grab a part of this and actually sample that and loop it. So I'm going to hit Command E on that. Go down here where that's my part that I just hit Command E on. So I'm going to loop that part. I'm going to highlight this down here, Command L, and I'm going to loop this out like this. Boom. And I'm going to put a filter on this. Let's put some reverb on here. Let's change that reverb over to a hall type sound. Cool. And with my filter here, I can mess around with that. Like that. And let's go ahead and change this to a MS2, which is like an MS21. And I don't think I have I don't think any of these knobs control that drive, which is kind of annoying. Nope. So I'm just going to put that up. Yeah. Turn it down a little bit, and so we can listen. Awesome. Cool. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and hit play on this. I'm going to record this in. So I'm not record. I'm going to turn the record off right over here, and I'm going to hit the play button here. I'm going to put my record on over here and hit go. I've got my record arm automation record track thing here. So now put this in. Awesome. So we got that there, and you can hear I just kind of like made that go longer there. Let me get my automation in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this down like that. Put a little fade in there so it kind of fades up. So now let's go ahead from over here. And these are just the kind of ideas that just kind of come to you as you're going with this stuff, throwing some sounds on and doing some stuff like this. Yeah, I want that to come up sooner. So let's do this. Get ready, yeah. Have you come up sooner. So like over to here. Yeah. And I could even re-record that part there. So let's just go ahead and hit that and re-record. Let's make sure that we are, yeah, cool. Cool, so I can do something like that. Let's just play from here. You know, something like that. And if I wasn't like here in front of you like teaching this class, I would kind of like take time to fine tune it and mess around with it and really dial that sound in. But you get an idea for this, and we're using automation in here to kind of mess with this sound that's right here. And we used automation over here, and it's just like automation happening, and then we're recording stuff in. There's a lot of things that are going on in here. So I think that really brings us to the end of talking about automation. I don't think we really need to kind of continue talking about this automation stuff anymore. Hopefully you've got a pretty good idea of it, and how it can be used and what you can do with it. There's so much cool stuff that you can do with it. Just remember that one of the main things is that, the big difference with automation in Pro Tools and automation in Ableton Live is that you don't, in Pro Tools, two things. One is that Pro Tools, you have to use a controller that works with Pro Tools, really. And then two, automation is king. With Ableton Live, you can use any controller, and so many controllers are actually made for Ableton Live, but you don't have to use one for Ableton Live. You can use any kind of controller. And two, you can actually override the automation. So that's a really cool thing. I'm going to go ahead and